It's all right. Huh? No? What not? I'll put you on Front Street now. You gave it up? So you gonna lend me some money? I did see you. Where did Rick go? Okay. All right. Okay, we're doing good. I'm gonna walk back around. See some of y'all. No, I know you go back there. I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna say anything to you. She's been back there twice. But I mean, excuse me. Excuse me. Have you been back in the back? Yeah. You sure? Okay. All right. Twice? Okay. Twice.
Are you a teacher?
No, I'm not sure. Oh, we're doing good today. Well, listen. All right, come on. We got plenty of room up front. You want to go there? A couple of seats up front right there. You can go in there and a couple of seats up front. Yeah. Well, hold on.
I think that was really short. If you can see me in the back of the room, wave to me. If you can see me, wave. All right. We're going to have fun tonight. We have our panel tonight. Our panel are some of our instructors that are going to be teaching at the boot camp, which is coming up in 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you now, we'll probably tell you throughout the night, early registration for the boot camp ends tomorrow. How many people here are not members of Georgia RIA? Not members. Just a few. How many are here for the first time? Yeah, welcome. You know, our headquarters is down the road. Our headquarters is off of Tilly Mill, off of 285 Peachtree Industrial. The headquarters, one of our most popular subgroups is at the headquarters every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. If you're a member, it's free. If you're not a member, it's $25. You get to rub shoulders with a lot of full-timers in the business who've been in it a long time. By the way, I'm Darlene. I've been in it a long time. And got a lot of bumps and bruises, scars, and a lot of awards and accolades. And I'll be one of the instructors at the boot camp, and I just kind of wanted to get us all looking in this direction so we can get started. We're going to do a lot of Q&A tonight. One of the things, I also lead a subgroup. If you've got the subgroup schedule, third Wednesday of the month, I lead a subgroup at 7 o'clock at night over at the headquarters. We have a lot of fun there. How many people have ever been to my subgroup meeting? Quite a few. We talk about deals. We swap deals. We try to figure out how to, sometimes we talk about scripts. What do you do when you find a good deal? How do you structure your conversation? How do you go out and find the motivated sellers? So it's just a very small inkling for 2 hours of what we do for 3 long days at the boot camp. So, how many people have not done their first deal yet? How many people want to do it this year? Good. So, part of what we're going to do is spend time across the board. You know, we like to categorize what we do in finding the deals. Once you find them, how are you going to fund them? You may have enough money to do 1, but what if you want to do 3? There's a lot of good ways. We're in a great time right now in 2018 to do this business. There's a lot of money out there just throwing at us. All we got to do is find the deals. How many people are challenged to find good deals right now? How many people find good deals easily? Stand up. One, stay up, 2, 3. These guys are finding good deals easily. Listen, the rest of you, what we want to do is make them talk to us tonight. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark? Deke and Kurt. How many people know Kurt? Let's give Kurt a hand. Yeah. Kurt's one of my favorite people in the business, and the reason is that if I have insomnia, all I have to do is pick up my phone and start looking at the Google group. There's always good stories on the Google group. There's always good resources on the Google group. And if it wasn't for Kurt, our Google group would not have any life to it. No, it is true. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for that. Please keep doing that. So this is not officially how we do our meeting tonight. So our next step is introduction to our business associates. Now,
Member benefits.
member benefits. So Kurt, what's your position?
Click the slide.
Flip the slide.
Click the slide.
All right, flip the slide.
There's a remote right there in front of you. I didn't know that. Member benefits.
So this list of benefits right here, Home Depot, New Investors Boot Camp, that's what's coming up, networking. Who wants to save 20% on Behr paint next time you paint your own house or paint a rental? 20% at the cash register. Who wants to save that? Okay, me too. I saved, their website says $2,000, $3,000 last year. I saved. Brad, do you know how much you saved last year on paint?
Because I don't buy it directly, it's paid the contract.
Okay. So, talk to me, because my job here as a volunteer, we're all volunteers in Georgia River, we're nonprofit.org. My role is to help you get signed up in Home Depot, Office Depot. You can save 20% on your paper and printering. As much as we hate buying printering, you can save 20%. Just contact me. I will get you set up in both of those benefits, and including 2% rebate if you spend more than $5,000 in 6 months at Home Depot. But the 20% on paint, that's $1. That's a great benefit. So I would like to help you derive benefit from your membership. You've got to be a member, then you can make that membership back and all these benefits, and the evening education. I think one of the biggest benefits in Georgia Rio is our Google groups, because you can get a plumber contract in a plumber contractor referral in half an hour. Who's ever needed a plumber? Come on, everyone's got to raise their hand. You've needed a plumber. Did you want to use the Yellow Pages or a plumber that charges contractor pricing and not retail pricing? So I don't pay retail for my AC at home or my rentals. Brad, do you pay retail for your ACs? No. So your last 3 ton, what did you pay for? $3,000, $2,800 for a 3-ton AC, inside and outside. $2,800. I bet you retail pays $45 for that. Right. Anyway, enough about me. Get a hold of me. I will give you my business card. When you contact me, I will get you set up. Okay. It's in the member benefits.
Do you want to do happen once or success stories?
Yeah. No, success stories will be later. But business associates now, right?
Okay.
So, Michael?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Oh, it's a dead crowd in here. Good evening, everyone. Everybody all right? I know it's been a long day. We've had to deal with traffic, and we're glad that you are here today. My name is Michael Braswell. I'm the president of Braswell Capital Solutions, and I am also the member benefit director, the business associate benefit director. At this time, I would like for all of the BAs to please come to the front and give a 90-second commercial about what you do. I will say that again, 90-second commercial. Be careful of this.
How about a long-form infomercial?
So, our BAs are really integral to what we do here at the Georgia RIA. They made an investment in the Georgia RIA to be here. So we're asking all of you, if you are a member of Georgia RIA, to please support your BA. We have finance companies in the house. We have Atlanta Housing Authority, Auction.com. We have Enhance, National Tenant Network. We have Equitable Consulting, RIC. So there are a lot of different BAs in here that do a lot of different things. And so I'm sure all of you probably have your relationships in place already, and we're not trying to tell you who you should do business with. We're just asking for an opportunity to earn your business. And so please, without further ado, this is Mr. Bob.
I'm Bob Townsend. I'm with Auction.com Concierge Services. What we do is we attend a lot of meetings like this to educate the investing public about the auction process and how it works. The fact that you can save 40% by buying at auction against the market value. That's a mean number, which means 40% of the, or 50% of the deals would be better than 40%, and 50% will not be as good as 40%. But there are reasons why you will want to examine all of this stuff. And we have a lunch and learn once a month in Decatur and in Gwinnett County, where we'll explain all this stuff to you about the company. We did about $10 billion in transactions last year. We did about, $500 million of transactions in Georgia alone. That is live and online. Please sign up for the Lunch and Learn. It's free. It's got great food. The only thing we don't pay for is parking. And a number of you have been there, and is it a good day? Is it free? And is it educational? Yep. Please come. April 3rd. How many homes have you bought at auction? Thousands? Thousands.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rachel. I work for Atlanta Housing Authority, and we provide housing to participants who are of very low income. Our participants consist of working families, veterans, elderly, disabled, and just people who are under some extreme circumstances who might otherwise not be able to afford their rent. And the reason why we come here every month is because we're looking for property owners to partner with us to provide housing for our participants. Some of the benefits of doing business with us include the fact that we have recently launched a property protection program. So if you incur any type of tenant-related damage to your property and that exceeds normal wear and tear, we would reimburse you for that damage up to $2,000. Another benefit of doing business with us is that we also offer market rents. So we don't have like a flat rent that we pay. We pay rent based on the location of your property within the city of Atlanta. In addition, we also have a up to $500 incentive just for doing business with us. You get $250 for signing a contract with us, and an additional $250 if your rental property passes an inspection for the first time. So there are many reasons why you should do business with us, and so we ask that if you own rental property or are considering purchasing rental property within the city of Atlanta, you go to our website, you can click on the For Landlords page and enter your property address and information, and you would get at that point a rent estimate, so you would know what we would pay for that rental property that you're either considering or that you also own. We have 350 families searching for a unit today. So there is an extreme shortage, especially for 1, 2, and 3 bedroom homes. So please provide your houses to our participants, and we look forward to doing business with you in the future.
Hi everybody, my name is Cheryl Nottam, and I am with National Tenant Network Georgia. We are a resident screening company. So if you own rental property, you need us to help you check out those applicants, because the best opportunity you have to get information about those people is before you sign the lease. Once you sign the lease, it becomes their home. You've lost your opportunity to verify their employment, check out their landlord history, get their credit information. We really specialize in what's called full service. We are Georgia's largest provider of full service excuse me, resident screening reports. That means we provide you with credit information, dispossessory information, employment verifications, landlord verifications, and criminal history. So you're going to get back the entire package. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about that prospective applicant and let you know whether this is a good resident for your home. So again, please call me if there's anything we can do to help you. We're real excited to be back with Georgia REIA, and look forward to working with y'all. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Jason, and I'm with Enhanced Wood Refinishing, and what we do is we help investors like yourself save thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars on their kitchen renovation. I was just at Home Depot earlier last week, Tuesday, just talking to the kitchen designer, and you guys just wouldn't believe how much they charge to redo a kitchen. I think every 10 people that they talk to, 8 or 9 out of 10 leave because it's so expensive. And so what we do is we drop down that cost, but we still maintain the same type of quality. And right now we have a special, like for a normal size kitchen, 35 doors or less, you're looking at $3,500, which is phenomenal. You can get it cheaper by getting a painter, but they're not going to use the same quality materials that we do. We get our materials directly from Utah, and it's much higher quality. I can explain a little bit more in the back if you guys have any questions. And so we've been in business since 2006. And if you want it done for your own personal residence, if you guys watch HGTV or one of these type of home networks and you see these huge renovations, and the reason why you don't want to get it done because of the cost, go see us. We'll be able to get that done for a fraction of the price. So again, Jason with Enhanced, go ahead and talk to me later.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
My personal kitchen, I took off all the doors thinking I was going to rehab the kitchen, and I burnt the doors, literally, and I never finished the kitchen. Do you reasonably replace doors?
Yes. Yeah, we have a...
I'm not kidding.
Yes, yeah, I have a distributor right now that will replace your doors. It's right around $57 to $60 per door or $37 per drawer. So we take care of that. We do the boring, do the handles, we do it all.
And they're fireproof.
No, not that. Not that.
50 to 60 a door?
Yes.
I need your card. No, I'm not kidding. We're in bad shape at home.
Anybody else want a flyer?
Thank you, Jason. I wanted to ask, do any of our BAs, are you doing any giveaways tonight, raffles or anything? No? Okay. Well, Braswell Capital, we're going to do a raffle. So, Brianna, if you can step forward. If you have a card, please put your card in this bowl right here, and I'm going to do a quick raffle. And while she does that, I just want to tell you a little bit about Braswell Capital. We are a full service. Oh, okay. Auction.com does have a giveaway. We are a full service private money, hard money company. We get you financed for your flips, new construction, your buy and hold, and commercial real estate. We only work with real estate investors. So if you plan on living in the property, you're going to have to go see a traditional bank for that. We are nationwide. We go everywhere from California to Maine and in between. And on our flips, you're looking at 2.5 to 3.5 points, 10 to 13% interest rate. We close in 14 days. You're buying holds, you're looking at rates start at 6%. You're looking at about 3 points for that. And we can close in 3 to 4 weeks on the long-term rentals. So pretty much if you're a newbie, or if you're a new investor, I should say, newbie is kind of maybe a dirty word to some people. If you're a new investor or you're seasoned, we would love to work with you. We're very easy to do business with. We're here locally, of course. And when you do business with us, you get plugged into all of the lenders. How many people, by show of hands, knows how many hard money lenders are here in Atlanta? Hundreds, right? So when you get plugged into Braswell Capital Solutions, we put you in touch with all of those lenders without you having to do all the heavy lifting. You focus on finding the property, and we'll focus on getting it financed. And with that, we're going to go ahead and do our drawing. One more thing. My phone number, if you want to get in touch with me, my name is Michael Braswell. My phone number is 770-854-2194, or you can go to www.braswellcapitalsolutions.com. You can also see us in the back, and we'd love to do business with you. 770-854-2194.
Brian McKay.
Brian McKay. come on down, Brian. This is like the price is right. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. I said, you didn't know you were going to get paid to come to the meeting tonight. Huh? Good.
First drinks on me tonight.
Vanessa Kellum. Come on down. Bob Barker.
Auction.com umbrella and auction.com pen, so appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
My name is Rick Gerges. I'm with Equitable Consulting. We've been doing mortgages since 1999. We do conventional loans, FHA, VA, everything commercial, soft money and hard money, from $10 million SBA loans to $100,000 investment in owner-occupied properties. You know, a lot of people talk about conventional loans and soft money loans and hard money loans, and don't really know what the difference is. For a lot of purposes, Fannie Mae defines a conventional and then a higher cost and then a high cost loan. I would define soft money as something from 6 to 9% roughly, and hard money from 6 to 10%, and hard money from 10 to 13%. Also, Fannie Mae has a criteria for points. Anything over 3% is considered high cost, so that would also fall under hard money. And all those criteria are allowed on commercial, and nothing under 10% and 3 points. And it has to be under 10% as an interest rate of 3 points for it to be owner-occupied residential, just as a criteria. We offer free consultations, and we'll look at anyone's portfolio to evaluate best merit and benefit also. Tonight, you want to do housing and loss next?
Yeah, I got a benefit I forgot to mention. There you go. So Georgia RIA is partnered with Legal Shield. I personally have Legal Shield. Who here worries about being sued? Yeah, I do. I have insurance, but in case I do get sued, I have a Legal Shield plan. And who wants to create their LLC but doesn't want to do it themselves, or the complications? And what if that fee would cost only $145? Would you have someone else do it than you? Now, Legal Shield has a service for $145 one-time fee called Launch Legal Shield. Who would like to create their LLC for $145? Yeah, it is a value. I personally use Legal Shield. Charlie, just a couple of seconds.
Just a 2018 update on this benefit. That Legal Shield is a new service. That Launch is a new service. It includes 3 months of the full Legal Shield bundle. That means that they don't just create your LLC. You literally have a law firm on call to handle everything for 3 full months included in that $145 price. So it's kind of absolute. I see a lot of heads nodding, because we've got at least a dozen or more Legal Shield members in here. So we have this piece of paper. It's an update sheet for Georgia RIA. There's 3 things on it. The first thing is the investor bundle. Legal Shield had a big price increase January 1, a 20% price increase out on the street, but you are buffered from that. You literally now have a 27% discount. You save $200 a year getting your Legal Shield through Georgia RIA. Now that's incredible. Who would like to save $200 a year, right? Okay, so because that price increase, we're still grandfathered in under the old pricing with a group discount. You get the same kind of employee discount that the City of Atlanta employees get, for example. So that's the first thing is that investor bundle. The second thing is the business service, the Legal Shield business plan. If you already have your LLC or your corporation set up, I have both, the bundle and that plan for my LLC. Because that's owned by your entity, not by you. Who would like to have a separate legal team to build a wall between you and your entity? And your entity has its own lawyers, right? So somebody wants to come talk to you about your entity, you say, hey, here's their law firm. Right. And then the third thing is Launch. So if you don't have this sheet of paper, we'll have some outside. And you can if you want to, just call the number on the bottom or go to the Georgia RIA plan at the bottom. That's where you sign up and get that discount anyway. So that's the update for this year.
Thank you. I'm going to hand up all the next, give the next stuff. Abs and ones, right. So who has a deal that they want to market right now? Anyone have any deals you want to market, abs and ones? Come on up. You're a member?
Yes.
Yep. Only members can announce their deals. A wand. Yeah. Go ahead. What's a wand?
I've never used a microphone. Well, I'm Dave Neal, and my company is Neal Construction Inc. And Neal Construction Inc. is a commercial construction staffing company. And I am in desperate need of workers. I know that comes as a shock. However, currently I'm in need of 2 heavy equipment operators, 3 concrete finishers, 11 general laborers, and 2 dump truck drivers. The people that I'm trying to find will be W-2 employees from me, and these are long-term commercial projects in the Atlanta metro area. They go from $17 to $23 an hour plus overtime, and they're long-term contracts, 6 months. Most of them are right now a year plus contracts. The people up here actually, a good referral from me. Each person up here, Rick, Steve, and Kurt, have given me people in the association. I have smaller companies, for example, concrete companies, who maybe are tired of running their own businesses or have workers they've had to lay off because they don't have steady jobs, and they've referred their workers to me. They have to be legal and pass a drug test.
I've heard that women are getting into the contracting stage. Many women coming to apply to your jobs? Not yet. Well, I've heard from another lady that the job sites and stuff. So, yeah. Okay. So, okay, darling.
Yeah.
You
He has haves and wants. So I want. How do people apply to your job, baby?
Get my card.
Why don't you go back there?
If you want a card, raise your hand.
That's a good idea.
So my want, I have a partner, we're looking for some multifamily. Anywhere between 5 and 150 doors. Someone back there needs a card, David.
Yeah.
Well, between 5 and 150 doors. We really don't like war zones. So preferably area-wise a C+ and above. We're really looking for a true 12 to 18 cap. So that means if you take your gross rents, our NOI, you just take it times 55% and divide it into 12, 13, 14, 15. If you have a deal like that, we're interested.
Benefits?
Good evening. My name is AC Cooley. I have a want. I'm looking for deals. I need deals. I'm putting a challenge out to my network of realtor friends. This might be good for new realtors, part-time realtors. I need leads for single-family vacant houses, preferably inside the perimeter. I'm willing to pay minimum $5,000 or 4% finder's fee for deals. You can make me your first contact for off-market properties. So my phone number is area code 404-491-1906, 404-491-1906. My website is acbuyshouses.com. Thanks.
Rick, we're up to our panel discussion. Success story. Do we have it?
Yes.
Yes.
Just click on it.
Darlene was talking about the Fast Start Boot Camp. Jolene and I and a few other instructors are teaching it this year. I love this boot camp because every Saturday we get on a bus and we go through 5 or so houses that investors are fixing. That's exciting to see what's working and what's not working. Who has been through a flip rehab while it's happening? Raise your hand. Who wants to go through and learn how to analyze those rehabs? Raise your hand. Everyone needs to go through a rehab, and we're going to go through 5 of them, analyze the rehab budget, and then make offers, paper offers, as if we were going to buy those houses and make money as a flipper. Some of this fast start boot camp will cover buy and hold, how to calculate your maximum allowable offer, that sort of thing. It's an A to Z fast start boot camp. This is really exciting. It's coming up in 2 weeks. Who's signed up already? Who's got the hand? So we have some people in the audience who have signed up. This is really an exciting thing. I love going to this because I love getting in those houses. It's just raises the hair on my neck. So you have no idea until you get in these houses. You go, oh my God! Buy and hold boot camp that's coming up in about 2 months. This is how I quit my day job. My job today is to stay in bed for 29 days, and on the 30th day I get up and go to the mailbox. My job is to hire people, screen, where's NTN? Are they here still? NTN is one of the best. So I hire good tenants to watch my houses, and I train them to get up in the morning and go to the job and then mail a check once a month. So this is the buy and hold boot camp. If you want to quit your day job without getting up in the morning, this is it. So, and that you can tell I'm really excited about it. Success story, Brad. Come on down. So who's done a deal in the last 30 days? I want to see the people doing deals in here. So, buy, sell, rent up. There we go. Look at those people. Talk to them after the meeting. Brad, take it away.
All right.
Click through here. All right, cool. Here's a deal that we did up in Forsyth County, the Cumming, Georgia area, if you're familiar. Anything up 400 corridors, kind of our sweet spot. We had a hard time finding inventory out there, but we knew we could find land still at a reasonable price. Long story short, we've been buying and holding for a while, since 2008. We've done some flips, wholesaling, and so forth. We really just had a hard time filling the pipeline, so we wanted to try building and seeing how that went. So this is our, now you look at a 4th or 5th project in the last year. We're about to start our 6th one now. Up and coming, there's a really huge shortage of houses under 250,000. So our kind of strategy here we're experimenting was, could we build a house affordable enough to sell it below that number? In this case, we were able to do that. We started this project back in November. But we bought it over the summer months and just got around to it after we did our first few deals elsewhere, same floor plan kind of situation. But anyways, this is a nice little 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath in Cumming. If you know anything about some of these lake areas against Lake Lanier, this is in a neighborhood called Shady Shores, little vacation cottage type neighborhood, so you can still find some lots in these neighborhoods that are affordable. If you guys got any questions along the way, just let me know. Make it quick here, but here's kind of some. Say again?
There's one more slide.
One more slide after this. Okay, here's some numbers for you guys. We bought the land, the lot itself for $9K. Of course, we had closing costs when we bought it and so forth. We were about into it for $125 with all the structure, the building fee, land prep, lot clearing, and so forth. So that gave us an all-in number about $135. We were able to sell it for $205 minus commissions and the closing costs. Gave us a nice little profit there at the end of the day. But that was...
What was the out-of-pocket cash during this process?
The 135 number, it was all cash. We actually had a partner in this one. We split it. down the middle, so it's all, we didn't take a hard money loan or anything like that, but if you did, you could easily roll it into a project like this because the spread is there. If you had to do hard money or soft money.
So you spent $68,000 to make an additional 27.
You got it. You got it.
So Brad, let me just get this straight.
Yeah.
So somebody loaned you $100,000?
Somebody loaned you $134,000 for 3 months and made $27,000. Here's my business card.
Appreciate it, all day long. Now, the problem is, right now, is this finding the land at the right price. I think a lot of us in the room, we try to wholesale properties and try to get those at the right price. Land is kind of in the same boat right now. A lot of the low-hanging fruit has kind of been taken up or extinguished. So we're just having a good time right now just trying to find the next ones to do. It's a lot easier to find the lots in the more luxury price points, especially in our area in South Lumpkin, Dawson, and Forsyth counties. But it's just one of those things where we got to find the land at the right price, just like we got to find the house at the right price. But my guess is, how many wholesalers are in the room? All right, out of those, how many are wholesaling land or actually looking for land? My guess is a lot less. So our competition when we go contact a landowner, so far anyways, has been a lot easier than going to find out or find a homeowner or tired landlord and so forth. It's actually more rare not to get a call back from the landowner that I contact or do a direct mail campaign to than the later. But anyways, so they're out there, just got to find them, and those are some of the numbers.
What size lots are you looking at?
We'll look at anything that could give us an all-in lot price about $50,000 or less. These ones here are little postage stamp size lots, if you will, less than a half an acre each. The biggest one we've done so far is just over an acre. So it just depends.
Would you look at lots in other areas, like, for example, I actually know someone that has, I just said, that has a couple of lots, but they're in DeKalb County.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get more information for you.
Gotcha. Right now we're kind of staying focused on the 400 corridor. Yeah, sorry. Just wondering if she had some lots maybe down in Decatur or DeKalb?
No, it's not, but it's in DeKalb.
Okay, somewhere in DeKalb County. I said, well, right now we're looking for lots specifically just right now in Dawson, South Lumpkin, and Forsyth. So it's Cumming, Dawsonville, Dahlonega type areas. But I appreciate the offer there.
How many square feet? 400 or so?
Good question. This one's 1391. We were able to squeeze a garage in this particular lot. And we only had 10 feet on either side of this particular house. And if you know this neighborhood in particular, it's a lot of 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 2-bedroom, 2 baths, little cottage type homes, A-frames. These Lakewood neighborhoods were built up after the lake was filled, and of course Georgia 400 was built, and all the people came with it. So now a lot of these neighborhoods have transitioned to full-time type neighborhoods. But there's actually gravel roads in this neighborhood in particular, so it made it still workable, but gotta find the right price.
Was your partner an active partner or was he a passive partner?
This one is active. So the first few deals we did with you talking about partner, we wanted that learning curve to kind of go as fast as possible. So we did a few with him. Now we're on our own again. We got one that we're about to start in West Forsyth, and maybe we can open it up to the group one time. But the numbers on that work there is similar. But yeah.
Instead of a partner, have you considered getting leveraging to do more deals?
Absolutely. I mean, if the numbers work, we'll be more than happy. But it also comes back to how much our builder can handle. He has his own projects. We pay him a flat fee per project, and he's doing his own. He's doing ours, and one other guy that's building this type of product in our area. We've tried to get him down to Smyrna and some other places, but it's hard for him to do everything at once with his workload, if that makes sense. But yeah, if we can definitely find the land and the projects at the right prices, absolutely. Is that enough?
Thank you so much, Brad.
The reason why you are a member of AREA is to meet other people. This is a networking organization. If you want to learn about new builds or buy and holds in the north side of Atlanta, Brad, you got to get Brad's business card. So when you see someone who's done something that you want to do, that looks like they've done it and been successful enough, contact them. This is a networking event. All the evening classes that are on the calendar are networking events. You're going to become successful by connecting with folks. And I love what Brad's done. Brad actually has been in the business 8 years, I know. He started when he was in high school. No, that was the last of it. Start our panel.
Hello, everyone. Darlene, you feel welcome to join us. Kurt, go ahead and take your seat wherever you want. So, how's the mic? Mic okay?
Are they going to use that one?
No, I'm going to just pass it around.
Okay.
So, I'm thrilled to be introducing this three-part series. The first in three is fundamentals for, beginning investors, and it's always good to get back to basics. The second in the three-part series is for intermediate, and it's really almost everyone that doesn't have $1 million in equity or in a portfolio. Oftentimes, your number is going to be more than $1 million. You have to calculate what your number really is. And then when you reach that number, then you can entertain passive investment strategies or get closer to entertaining passive investment strategies. In my opinion, from my perspective, what's great about this group is everyone kind of has a different opinion. Very few people have had Steve's luck in the stock market. Very few people want to own several homes where Kurt owns them, and not many people does what Darlene does, but they're all geniuses and amazing in their own different rights. And it's a privilege to be on a panel with them. So, what I'm going to introduce to you is some basic concepts. When you're doing a buy and hold, debt service coverage ratio is the gold standard. If your unit rents for $2,000 a month and $1,000 is the PITI payment, that's a 2-to-1 debt service coverage ratio. That there is the gold standard for a buy and hold. On a fix and flip, it's cash on cash return. In Brad's example, he put in $70,000,
$135
with a partner. So half of that is $68,000, and he brought home
half of it.
Okay, so for example purposes, let's just say he would have put in 70 and brought home 135 after it's all done, said and done for. He got 150% cash on cash return. That is the iconic number that you're shooting for on anything that's a build or fix and flip. So anytime you're talking to a lender, and I have the good fortune of having all these underwriting guidelines, so I don't have to be a genius sitting behind a desk to cook all these up. I've had 1,000 people before me already write these policies, procedures, and underwriting guidelines. I just have to read them and give you the cliff notes. When you're looking to do a fix and flip, we basically want to see what the cash on cash return is because we want you to arrive at a big positive number. When you're trying to hold a property, we want you to arrive at a positive cash flow. So everybody wants to go into a fix and flip and make money. Everyone wants to go into a buy and hold and show positive cash flow. There's good arguments for both. The third piece, the intangible piece, the hardest part to get your arms around is knowing yourself. Can you really manage 5 properties and keep your job? 1 property and keep your job? I've seen more people go into a fix and flip with a 3-month plan and be into it 3 years later than I care to tell you about. Okay? But I do have some fantastic examples of unbelievable fix and flips and I brought some witnesses to testify to the legitimacy. And we can do those now, we can do those later. We're not heavily scripted, so we could start off with some starting points. But first, let me introduce the next in the series. So, I've run into a lot of people that had anxiety about their first buy and hold. Okay? Normally, when you go into a buy and hold, you have to put down 20% if you're doing this Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, 25% if you're doing it conventionally. That's a big chunk of cheese. If you have $50,000 in the bank and you're buying a quad, that's going to clean you out. Of course, I get natural pushback on someone, from someone may find the best buy and hold in the universe, and it's going to wipe out your life savings. If you're sitting at a blackjack table, no, that's bad enough. You're sitting at a poker table. Okay, you have a poker table. Are you going to go all in with 3 queens? Yeah. Maybe. Deep wood. So, it's a real contention. A lot of people, depending on how much money you have accumulated, will decide to go with their first as a fix and flip. Their first 4 is a fix and flip. But there's something to be said for, is there feedback? Okay. So there's something to be said for accumulating one property every 6 months also. If you accumulate one property every 6 months, and let's say it's a 2-to-1 debt service coverage ratio, and it makes you $1,000 a month before expenses, in 5 years, how much are you making a month?
10,000 a month.
That's right. It's $120,000 a year in passive income. Now you're on Kurt's plan. You're in bed 29 days a month. You got an on-site guy. You don't have to swing that hammer. So they're both fantastic, right? So what do you do when? You've got, in my opinion, you've got to do both. And when you find a great deal, it speaks for itself what it's going to do. Anything that has a cash-on-cash, it's all 2-to-1. Anything that has a 200% cash-on-cash return is a flip. Anything that has a 2-to-1 debt service coverage ratio is a buy and hold. Now, a property can pass both criteria, and it can be both, and then it's player's choice. What's the variable? Assets. How much you have in the bank. Income. How much money do you make? Credit. What does it look like? What will it look like in a year from now? Those are pretty much consistently the criteria. So we're going to confuse you, twist your perspective, show you the light, bring you back, let you go astray, and hopefully in 3 months from now, you're going to leave here looking back on your thoughts from this period of time and reflecting positively about it. Because this first meeting is the fundamentals. Debt service coverage ratio, cash-on-cash returns. The next one, we're going to go more on to expanding on debt service coverage ratio and leveraging. Now, Brad had a great example. And Brad did a lot of things with cash from his pocket. And if Dave Ramsey or another conservative was here to talk about it, they would love what Brad did because it was so safe. Now, if someone has $100,000 and they come to my office to talk about what they should do, I would probably have a different plan for them. It would be a faster track, and it would involve leveraging. And it would involve a 5-year goal. There's nothing wrong with what Brad did. What Brad did is awesome. He made, $30,000+ in a short period of time frame besides his other income. Is that mysterious. So, fundamentals is where we are today. The next one is going to be leveraging and expanding more on debt service coverage ratio and expanding on your buy and hold portfolio. But you've got to get there, right? And the third one is going to be more on mastering passive income. Now I'm going to give you guys an example of some fantastic fix and flips that I've had the luxury of being a part of. I don't know how to work this through. It's on the desktop.
Or
Catch. What's up? You got it? Okay. So, this is a deal we closed in December. I financed it. Deke found it. And TJ bought it. Is this touchscreen? No. Here, I'll quit. No. You can just scroll down if we need you to. So, purchase price. No? No?
That's the second expert.
No, I'll actually do that.
He only works on the 30th day.
All right, so TJ, you can stand up, take a bow. Everyone, TJ. Purchase price is $368. Rehab budget is $54. Rehab budget's way too low, by the way. We went hard money. Okay, so people hear me talk about hard money. Soft money is nice. They'll swoop you in with a low interest rate, but you're still going to pay a 3% prepayment penalty. So I'm a big fan, and they won't give you any rehab funds. So I'm a big fan of hard money and conventional loans. I'm not a big fan of soft money unless you never plan on declaring enough income on your tax returns. And then soft money comes into place because it doesn't require tax returns. Hard money doesn't require tax returns either, but conventional is full documentation. Initial cost of the project was $499. Loan funded $349. Cash injection was $100. Holding cost $3,700 a month. We estimate 9 months holding time, $33K holding time, $33K in holding costs. Cash on cash return based on an estimated sale price of $700. People tried to say the estimated sale price was $800. I gave a little haircut. That's great, I hope so. So, total expenses from a cash standpoint, $150,000. I threw in $16,700 just to round it up for unexpected costs. When they go to sell, let's assume they sell for $700. After they pay real estate commission, pay off the first mortgage, they're going to gross $309. Cash on cash return is 206% and $159,000 in income on this one. Deke, stand up. Deke found this deal. It was pretty impressive, but the next deal is actually slightly more impressive. No, stand up, raise your hand, take a bow.
I have a question. How did you find the deal?
Hard work.
We need more than that.
I eat, sleep, real estate. So I look through real estate all day. I'm here to create wealth, and I can't do it playing around. So I look for real estate. As soon as they hit the market, I'm on it.
So was that on Zillow?
No.
Was
this
it on
one,
MLS?
It was MLS. You know, what made me so excited about this house was because I could get a house off of Riverside that was comparable to a house on Wyuka. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like, you gotta look, I think sometimes we look too hard. I don't wanna get too in-depth right now. I can keep some of this stuff to myself, to be honest. You really have to compare everything. You just can't, you know, you can do smaller properties and play it safe, but you have to, if you wanna really create, you have to look and keep looking, compare properties in different areas. I have something on one side of Roswell Road and I have something on the other side of Roswell Road. If there's a greater benefit on the east side of Roswell Road versus the west that I'm going towards. And if I could find a property, $368,000, and then Wyuka is $340,000, $350,000, and this house is off the riverside, it's a no.
This house is like a mile
west.
East.
So it's off the riverside, 285, on the north side of 285. So it's a really great location. And he has us at $700K. We're pushing 850. 900,000. We have $1.4 million to the left of us and 2.4 to the right of us.
Wait, let him keep talking.
Hold on, sir.
Yes. Give him the.
You're gonna love the
Mike.
next example.
I just got a question. So are you saying that you go where the benefits are versus?
The best school district in the city of Atlanta.
That's right.
Okay.
So you got an education and wealth.
Yeah, Hertz Ferry.
Yeah.
How long have you been looking at houses?
Well, I'm third generation investor. I got my real estate license in 2001 in the city in Ohio originally. And, you know, just like I say, every day.
So let's say I'm brand new to the area and I've got some money saved up to go buy that house there. What would you suggest I do? How do I go find some of these houses?
Find a good agent, like myself, really. And somebody that really not. I mean, there's a lot of agents, and I call agents about properties and they don't call me back. I love them.
So are you
because
saying
you call me, I'm going to answer my phone.
So are you saying that this is like a property that was on the market?
It was on the market.
But you were able to identify it as
and
a
see
good deal?
what it was worth. Everybody drive past it, they're afraid to take risks. They don't win. People that don't take risks don't win. Don't take the wrong risk either. I mean, I'm not recommending you take the wrong risk.
Was that rehab budget just 54,000?
It was, but we're closer to about 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. We're expecting that kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
We'll bring him back in just a minute. You'll want to hear him again.
I'm going to plug for a second here. This is what we do at the boot camp. I don't know if I was sitting here where you guys are looking, go, man, it's a little bit overwhelming. How can I do what this guy does? He sounds like he's really got it going on. But this was on the radar. Now you have to know a lot of things. You have to know how to find it. You have to know how to evaluate it. You have to know how to fund it. And then you have to know how to flip it or keep it in your portfolio, one way or the other.
Now TJ's goal is to make $1 million this year. You know, flipping properties. Not everyone's going to be that extreme or have that much income to play with or have that much cash to set aside. But, you know, they're a team and they're committed to each other's success. Deke looks for properties all day, every day. This one, how long have you been working on Brighton Court?
Months.
Months. How many months?
8 months.
8 months. It's a short sale. So this one, Zillow has it at 1.5. We'll just go with Zillow's estimate. We'll be all over the place if we start talking about how much this one's worth. Purchase price $675. Rehab budget $100. Car closing cost $32. Initial cost of project $807. Loan funded $675. Cash injection $132. Holding costs, and he's a new investor, by the way. So as he gets a couple deals under his belt, his terms are going to improve. If you notice, proportionately, his cash injection went significantly down on the second deal, proportionally. Holding costs at $6K per month for 9 months, $54K. Total expenses, $186. Let's round that up to $200 for unexpecteds. Based on a sale of $1.5 million, minus the real estate commissions, minus the mortgage payoff, Net gross from this sale, $735,000. Cash on cash return on this deal, 367%, $535 in income. That's a fantastic deal to jump all over if you have the opportunity.